Riley, we've got chat up. I've got everything else is working, so everything is good. Sound is off. Let's rock and roll, I think.
Rock and roll.
Just turn it up. And welcome to the Collector's Corner with myself, the Busy Elf, and with one and only True Santa.
Oh, yes, we made it. A few minutes tardy, but you know what? It's busy this time of year, so we're bound to be a little bit late when it comes to our social media presence.
Whereas about as punctual as the government making up decisions. Anyway, Stories Lost and Found. How are you? I saw your well, I meant to see your Sunday stream. I'm so sorry I missed it. I will rewatch it like always. I hope you're doing well there, sir. And if you don't know Storylock or Stories Lost and Found,
Of course
absolutely wonderful man. And let's get to my chat on here, I think. It's down. Why have I got ads on here?
Oh dear.
There he is. Weekly highlights. I don't know why I have ads on there. It's strange. I'm getting better. Well, I won't say getting better. The tablets I'm on, man, I'll tell you what, they make me so drowsy. I don't know what they are, to be honest. But anyway, I had one, and I remember Zoe going out with Lauren earlier, and the next thing she tapped me on the shoulder, and it was like 6:30.
Oh, you're under the weather, Elf.
Under the weather, Elf. Yeah, it's not like I've got anything wrong, like like cold or anything. It's just didn't sleep last night, as you know very well. My foot played up a lot as well, and but yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is actually. It's not gout. Is it? Which is a good thing. It's not gout. So I reckon personally I've been bitten. I've been bitten by something.
Snow snake.
A snow snake.
You always can tell a snow snake. It doesn't have the telltale weaving motion in the snow. You've got little snowshoes, so it's got little tracks of snowshoes, and you can see it that way.
Like tennis rackets.
Yeah, like mini tennis rackets.
We have Neil's comics and video games. If Neil wants to pop up, he's more than welcome to.
I'm sitting here admiring Canada's stamps. My gosh, they've done a nice job. I don't know if you'll be able to see that very well, but
I don't know if I can put you up big. Bit close. Yeah. Oh no, it's disappearing.
Yeah. It's disappearing. So that's it there. No, it's a winter scene with a sleigh and a couple of people sitting in it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I just love the work that Canada Post does on their themed stamps. I'm not a huge stamp collector. I get a few, but when they come out with them, they do a nice job. Yeah, I've been busy. I've actually been busy sorting out my personal collection of things. You're familiar with shin plasters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I've decided to take the 3 shin plasters that I had in a frame. I took them out because they just didn't look right. I'm gonna very carefully start putting them. Let's see there. There's a couple there. Yeah, that's not.
They're lovely banknotes they are.
Yeah, they are. They are. I'm putting them in my album. I think this is the oldest one I have here.
What year are they? 19.
Oh my goodness, they
Well, they go back to.
very hard to see. Gonna have to get my flashlight down here to be able to tell you, but they're the type of bills that you used to stick in your socks. They're only worth a quarter at the time.
But they're worth a lot more now, though.
They are, especially in good shape. These aren't. Well, I guess the newest one here is in better shape. That's a 1923. Yeah, that's 1923. That one there.
Neil was thinking that it was going to be like actual band-aids. Shin plants was a term as you used to hide them in the sock.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they're going to go into my fiat currency album. And Jason, he's such a nice guy. I now have all the 2022s, the U.S. quarters.
Oh, cool.
Make them disappear. So watch them. That's magic. See, look
at that. Yeah, it's what you could have done.
Yeah. So it's he's been I know he has you a lot too. These.
Yeah, I got
our U.S. collection.
I'm just trying to get, because it's so difficult to get some stuff that's for him because he's got everything.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning it's not a good time to be sick, and I was just mentioning to my busy elf here that my daughter was going down a flight of stairs not more than 2 hours ago at work, and she slipped and fell and broke her ankle and apparently hurt her back. So she's in hospital right now. And after Christmas, Mrs. C and I are actually flying out to their place, and I guess they're the ones that were hosting Christmas. Oh! Guess what? I'm probably going to have to do some work now. I was going to put my feet up, but I'm hoping she turns out okay. That's but she heard a snap, and that's not the one thing I wanted to hear.
Oh, painful.
It is very, especially the ankle. That's nasty.
I'll tell you what, right now, I've never broken my ankle or anything like that, but I've had lots of injuries with my ankles for football and things like that. You're going to get cropped a lot, especially in the days when it was rough. Sprained ankles and whatever. But you're off your feet for a few days, or you have to go to work the next day and do a full day shift on a sprained ankle. Breaking your ankle, oh man, that's makes your toes curl, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, in being that, of course, we pay the price for being immortal and spending too much time on Earth. I've broken my leg. I've broken my back twice. I broke my collarbone. I shattered my jaw. And of course, they all heal eventually. Maybe not perfectly, whatnot. But boy, do they come back to haunt you as you get older. Oh boy. Yeah, I remember this pain. Oh.
So we have PA Patriot Prospecting. Hey, Busy Elf. Neil says, okay, I was thinking shin band-aids, obviously. PA says, hey, Santa, not a good time to be sick. No, you get better soon there, PA Patriot. Starlost fan says, I need to get back to work. Take care. And you too, my friend. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas with you and your family. I broke my leg. I didn't know it. It hurt for a while. We have I've never broken a bone, really, so to speak. Oh, Santa's gone. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I haven't personally broken a bone, apart from my nose. That's why my nose is all crooked. Yeah, what quick synopsis of the chat. But yeah, it's especially this time of the year, man. It's just got to be the worst. My foot, I don't know what's happened to my foot. It's been hurting now, coming up to 2 weeks now, isn't it? Coming up to 2 weeks. 2 weeks Sunday, I think.
It's got to be 3 weeks.
Is it 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's got to be.
26th of November it started.
It's 3 weeks. So.
So it's not 1, 2, 1, 2. That'll be 4 weeks on Sunday.
Oh well.
4 weeks on Sunday. Hopefully Santa will get back in again. EAC, nice to see you. How are you? I'll put the link in if anybody wants to come up, obviously, have a chat with us. I got to go back into my studio to get but I'm pretty sure Santa can get in because he's like, because he is a thing. Oh, look at this. This is ridiculous. StreamYard strikes again. There he is.
Well, that was inconvenient. Santa's having issues with his internet. The Aurora Borealis may look pretty, but it doesn't carry a signal worth a darn.
Yeah, it's StreamYards. It's not, I don't think it's personally the internet, because that's what they told me. It's the internet. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'll put you on the phone to the internet service provider, and then you can have a chat with them, because it's not the internet. Everything else works. As soon as that's why I use my phone. I can't even use the services that I pay for to to get the extras, because they don't do it on the phone, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Do background. Yeah, Santa's playing with his buttons again. EAC found silver today.
I'm just bringing up YouTube here so I can see what everybody's doing. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I'm playing the buttons all right. I'm just so I can see what you guys are typing. That's better. My goodness.
Anybody's more than welcome to come up.
Oh,
There
come
we go.
on. There we go. Yeah. Okay, you can go up. You can walk. There we go.
Oh, too cute.
Just in case Polar Bear from United States, his cousin, comes up. So
yeah, Polar Bear's got a British cousin and a Canadian cousin.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if Polar Bear saw his.
So oh yeah, that's right too. You got your polar bear on the tree. You'll never guess what I'm doing right now.
Sticking stuff in your ear.
No, I'm listening to a tape.
Yeah, he said he ain't got past smoke signals yet. He doesn't have to work a tape recorder.
So I'm running low on videos to do for the children. I got about 4 of them I got to put out today, which will be nice. And Mrs. C, like I said, wants me to venture out with the sleigh. It's minus 40 Celsius here, which is the same in Fahrenheit, I believe. So it's very cold. And I have to get her a peppermint mocha. And you know what you bribe me with? A hot apple cider. You go out into the minus 40 in the sleigh, pick up a peppermint mocha, which should be a milkshake by the time I get back, and she'll have a hot apple cider for me. I really got to have peppermint mocha in the house the next time. So this time.
Oh man, what's is it minus 40 where you are? Did you say?
Yeah, minus 40.
Does not sound like fun.
No.
It's and of course you get that wind out there. It's much colder. It's you better have your face covered. And wearing mittens, not so much gloves. The mittens are much better. Having your fingers touch each other, much warmer. Those gaps make your hands cold real quick.
David Carlisle, how is it going, my friend? We know you've been good boy, David Carlisle.
You know what? It's
he should tell the truth about lying.
It's a misnomer when it comes to the good list and bad and naughty list. You got to understand that we all have a little bit of larceny in us, and the whole thing is you've got to try to be a good person. You know, it's great when you succeed, but it's bad when you don't do anything at all and you allow the evil thoughts and those naughty things happening. That's the bad thing. So you don't end up on the good list that way. That nice list. No, it's flexible. Especially children. I don't know a single child that isn't naughty at one time or another. And if it was black and white, well, no, everybody would get coal. Frankly, I experienced what it was like in the coal car this last week. I don't want to know. Cool.
I'll tell you something now, though, Santa. Right, it wouldn't be a bad idea getting cold this time of the year because with the heating bills going up, cold.
You got to have a place to burn it, though. A lot of these new homes don't have a wood burning fireplace.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll find something to burn that coal away to keep warm.
Yeah.
Like put a barbecue in the house and make.
I look back in the 17th and 18th century, and then getting into the early 1900s, especially along the east coast of Canada. They used to run these K-Max stoves in the kitchens.
Yeah,
and they're basically both a wood, oil, coal burning stove. And you usually, and especially those houses that had oil, they would bring in they'd have 45-gallon barrels of oil in the basement. The oil truck would come in, pump the oil in. And one of the family members would have to volunteer to get up and go down and fill the reverse gravity containers that went into the oil burning furnace, which is typically one furnace to heat the whole house. And it was usually on the main floor. And you carry this thing up and you'd invert it back and it was spring loaded and the oil would flow down and you light the fire. Believe it or not, those houses were cold in the morning. So if you were the lucky one that had to get up and get the place warmed up, whoa. But it was once they got them going, especially the K-Max stoves in the kitchen, it was absolutely fantastic because the whole family would gather. Not in the living room in front of the TV. Forget that. That's too cold and it's too far away from the furnace. You had to allow it to flow through. There was no duct work. It went just in the air. You would sit around the kitchen table with that nice toasty stove going. You make up big jugs of hot chocolate, and of course the adults with your tea, and have yourself a beautiful homemade breakfast in a warm kitchen as a family. And those moments, I miss those. Those were special times where you did a lot of socializing with your mom and dad and your brothers and sisters. You don't see that a lot these days. They typically, get up, grab a bowl of cereal, out the door if they do that even, and everybody's on the cell phones. Everybody's doing their thing. They're not socializing, playing cards anymore as much as they used to, or board games.
Well, I was about to say that.
Yeah, my list of toys are shocking. I mean, if I've not had a single request for a board game this year. Oh, I've had things like Squishmallows, and I've had a lot of Lego. Lego's become very popular this year. But the big thing is like Nintendo Switch and PS5s and video games and stuff.
That's the thing. Now, I used to be an avid gamer, okay? But the difference between me and my brother is that I could switch off and walk away from it, where my brother would play on it, one more game, one more game, one more game. Now, going back today, we'll be having the electric off very soon. We've had our letters of when our electric's going to go off and how long for. And now we used to have that when I was a kid. Every Monday, the electric for out the region would be switched off. So Mondays it was nice to actually sit around and have candles going. It was in darkness. Obviously, it was cold. We didn't have double glazing or anything like that. And but you found ways of keeping warm. And we had a coal fire, which was our main source of light. And we used to hang bread over it just to cook toast. Tasted 10 times as better than normal grilled toast. The butter would melt right into the bread, so it's really, really tasty. And then as you said, you used to play cards, you used to play board games, get your toys out, whatever. And I remember one year I decided to get all because I had Action Man collection. I loved Action Man, and I nicked. Well, I didn't nick. I sort of borrowed my mum's cotton because my mum's a knitter and a sewer and stuff like that. And because it was dark, I thought, this is great to do like a covert operation Action Man thing. And what I did, I went all down the stairs.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, Patriot Prospecting. How are you?
Oh, welcome.
I went up and down the stairs of all this cotton.
You there?
It was only me at home because my brothers were my sister was out with her boyfriend. My brother's always out, so I was only little. I'm the youngest of 5.
Do one of you guys got YouTube on?
It looked like Spider-Man's web, yeah. And I didn't know my family's anybody was going to turn up. I was on my own playing my Action Man. I was using it as a zip line, and then I'll pull it back. Rather than me going down the stairs and grabbing the man, I had him on a string so I can pull him back up again. Go down the zip line, and they all walked in, and they went, "What the bloody hell's going?" There was cotton everywhere. I must have used about 4 or 5 reels of cotton to make these zip lines going up and down, and these pull lines and everything else like that. And because it was dark, they destroyed my whole game. So I think you lose, with the gaming, because you're just there, but when the electric's off, you can't use it, and people are kind of going, "Oh, the electric's going off," blah blah blah. I think it's a good time to reflect that, what it was like when we were growing up, when the electric was actually off all day and all night on a Monday.
I fixed it. I learned how to fix it.
Sorry?
My echo's gone. I fixed it.
Yay!
How's everybody doing?
I'm all right. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man. Staying out of trouble, you know, working, getting ready for Christmas.
That's good news.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
David
the-
Carlisle's is on the good list, but as I said earlier, if you're on the naughty list with the prices of fuel going up, it's not a bad idea to get a bit of coal.
I'm always on the naughty list.
Yeah.
Were you a little under weather there, Santa?
I'm just thinking about what it's going to be like when I have to go out and get that coffee for Mississippi. And I'm going to have to get the cars. I was shocked. I just bought the vehicle not even a year ago. Who sells a vehicle with no block heater? I have no block heater. So I am really going to be surprised if I may not be able to take that. I may have to take the sleigh, but that bloody car is just actually it starts good at -20, but I'm curious to see if it's going to start -40 here. So I'm going to go out there. Hey, you know, I'll try and get it started, but it's going to have to run for a little while before I can move it. Like, wow, it's cold out there. Even my dog, my Santa puppy, he's breaking all records going out and doing his number out in the back. He goes out and within 30 seconds, he's back in. Like, he's not stupid.
Yeah. Did you say -40? That's cold.
It's cold. And it's even colder up north. I guess apparently they've broken with the wind chill. They've broken a record that hasn't been broken since 1971. It hit -90.
Oh wow!
Like,
I mean,
anybody else want to go towards Alaska?
I like watching Buffalo Airways, you know, Northwest Territories, and I mean they would go, you know, they work in like -50, 60s, and it's crazy.
Yeah, we love it when it's this cold. We go out with a glass of water and throw it up in the air, and it instantly
turns into
it's
steam.
better than that warm. If you throw that, if you boiling water and throw it up, you get an even bigger cloud because the molecules are wider.
Can you even do that in England?
Yeah, we can do it here.
My buddy lives in Wasilla, Alaska, and he's been plowing snow for like 9 straight days. They got like 6 feet so far.
Well, you know, it's a good job to have in the winter. I mean, it's busy.
Want a jar of pay dirt here. Chilling and grilling with Dan Burrows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, I really want to do that. I really need to do that. Hey, Scott,
Yeah,
nice to see you.
Almost a gram of gold.
Awesome.
For stopping in the chat and saying, "Hey, what's up?" I got like 6 bags that I won in raffles and giveaways on chats.
Oh wow, you've done good.
Yeah, I just did 2 of them. So, and 2 more are coming.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, Nick Muller's a big one for doing that, and I love watching him brag about his special spot. He's got a special spot for doing his panning.
Nice.
Won't tell us, will you, Nick? No, this is my
spot. Because it'll all be gone.
Hey, I got a question to ask you, PA. Do you watch Secret Creek Prospecting?
Yes. Kirk's my buddy.
He's a great guy, right? He's an absolutely wonderful guy. If you have never seen his channel, I urge people to go over there and support a great guy.
I think I shared him out.
Pretty much a crap email from him, and I was quite surprised. I'm not sure if he's got me right, whatever. But no, I've watched his videos all the way through.
Right.
And I was on the stream one day, and I said, look, you know, I watch a lot of people. I don't always maybe comment, but I always leave a thumbs up and stuff like that, you know. And because you know, I'm behind on my comments because I haven't been well, not been the right frame of mind to, you know, to concentrate. So much agony at the moment. And he sends me an email, and he goes, "I'm unsubscribing for you because you don't comment on my videos." And I thought, yes, I have. It was on his latest videos, and so I sent him a screenshot of what he wrote, and but about 3 or 4 emails went past, and he sort of said, I'm just going to subscribe for you because you don't comment. I comment on his videos, call him out. You know, I don't discourage anybody going over there. Please unsubscribe from me.
Oh, I think he got his feelings hurt. Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I said, look, man, I don't force people to subscribe to me. I would never wish you any ill will. You know, it's up to you. It's your decision.
yeah. I'm happy when anybody comes by. Leave a thumbs up, a comment, watch it for 2 seconds. I don't care. That's just, I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
I mean, I absolutely really, I mean, there's a lot of channels that I really adore. You know what I mean? You should be way high in the subscriber list as far as I'm concerned, you know? And he's one of them. And I never discourage anybody from going to any channel. Never would do that because it's not my place to do that, you know? But
right.
yeah, I had an email from, I was quite shocked actually. But hopefully, you know, he'll come back. I still watch his stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I watch your videos. I leave thumbs up on your videos.
Yeah, I appreciate anybody who comes over to watch my stuff.
Right.
I mean,
I have thousands. I have thousands of subscribers that I follow, and I have a full-time job, and I'm the boss. I run it. You know what I mean? I don't have time to see everybody's videos, and you know, sometimes you have to explain that to people. Hey, Pierre, you never come by and see any videos. Dude, I have a life. You know? And I noticed that a lot of people are on YouTube all day long, you know? I mean, I pop on here and there when I'm working, when I get a little minute, but some people are on this thing all day long, and they're making all this content, and they want everybody to come see their videos. Everybody can't do it all the time. And for you to get upset because somebody didn't leave a comment, I don't know about that, man.
I mean, I was quite shocked because obviously I like the prospecting. You know, I watch as many as I possibly can. You know, you and many others. I mean, it is like I haven't been on the right friend of mine for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what's happened, but my left foot, I don't know what's happened to it, but it's like a balloon right now. And it's absolutely really painful, but regardless of that, you know, this is way before. I'm way behind on my comments, and I always will catch up. Eventually, I will catch up.
No big deal.
You know, I don't forget people, and I would never. If people come over to my channel and watch it, I can't thank people enough. You know, I don't force people to subscribe or, you know, it's an option. And
yeah, right.
I was actually quite shocked. I'm thinking, has he got the right person at first? You know, has he emailed the wrong person? And you know, I was only being honest. I'm not. You know, I can't always because I could be on a different device. I mean, I was out and I was watching this stuff, and I think that's probably why I said it. Is that my phone is completely smashed. I mean, that's the back of it. I don't know if you can see it very well, but
right.
And that's like that on the screen as well on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's
too bad you're not over here. My buddy Paul fixes them.
But yeah, it's, you know, I wish I could. I mean, So my phone, if I'm out, if I'm like Zoe's out and I sit in the car, I'll watch a video. And if I was to write something on my phone, it'd come up gobbledygook eventually. You know, it looked all right, but as soon as I press send, because I've got a crap going across everything, it determines whether I want to press an S or a P or whatever. Right. So it looked okay, and I have to keep amending everything. And it's literally a nightmare to type on my phone. And I was doing my best I can last night in Living Histories videos, and I was typing on my phone in bed. I think it's coming weird again, because it's just putting in letters that shouldn't be in there. Obviously, I use the laptop downstairs, but I'm out most of the time doing my own thing. But I was actually quite shocked. It's like I don't always watch videos at home. I watch videos when I'm out, or like there's about with Lauren, whatever. I'll go and sit in a cafe, have a cup of coffee, and I'll watch videos. You know what I mean? So,
back in the Victorian days, we had a phrase that there's nothing more sorely felt than an imputation against one's honor. I know that's old English for you, but essentially what it is that when someone does something that you cannot understand why, it bothers you. It's like, what have I done wrong?
Yeah, you're just trying to figure it out. That's all. That's your brain at work.
Exactly. It's very frustrating when you're trying to go, well, have I done something to make that person upset? And a lot of cases, it could be a minor little thing, or they're having a bad day. And it's best to try to have a strength of character to be able to sit down and discuss it with the person, get a chance. And that's what makes it better. Being able to get an explanation, find out what's wrong, and then move on. Don't dwell on
it. Right. There's absolutely not enough time in the day to watch everybody's video. There's just not.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. If anybody wants to run their hours or do anything, I'm happy to do that for anybody. I've done it for thousands of people, and I just want to help people on there, do it as much as I possibly can to get them and enjoy the benefits. You know what I mean? That you can get from YouTube. Not a lot, but, don't look into it. It's going to be a lot of money, because it isn't. Trust me. It's nice to get there, and it's when you reach that point, you've achieved that point, and it's good to get when you get monetized, you look at it as a bonus of doing something that you started off doing in the first place. That's the way I look at it. It's not like a job. It's I call it an option. And
Busy Elf. Busy Elf. Did you see? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, as I said, it's like YouTube, and I get to talk about collections and people's interests.
Right.
And it's an option from the reality that we all face. And then when you get that back from people that you enjoy, I still watch his stuff. I still subscribe to him. And I still encourage people to go to his channel to enjoy his content. I wouldn't put anybody off from doing that. But I was quite shocked from the email though. But I tried resolving the issue, find out what and then he finally said that you said that you didn't comment on my videos. That's because I think when it was is when I was out, I couldn't comment on it. That's probably where it come from. He probably took it the wrong way. I don't know.
You just gotta look at it like this, brother. People come to see you because they like you, and some people don't come to see you just because of that. And if they don't like you, what are you gonna do?
Exactly. I don't lose. I mean, I never really give a thought what people think about me, to be honest.
Right.
I mean, I'm just me. What you see is what you get, really.
Right. Everybody's not for everybody. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. But
just remember, they can bite you, but they can't eat you.
Going back is back.
Yeah,
David's
just-
back. Mad
I
with barbecue.
personally,
When you said
personally,
you're
I would just move on.
when you said blue,
Yeah, that's right. Just move on.
no, it's not blue. It's like red, and it's blown up. It's like
I
like
don't
a
mean to
blue-
pry, but are you diabetic?
No,
Okay.
He doesn't need anything more.
no. I don't, they're trying to get me on that one, but no, I'm fine on that.
Yeah. You got enough going for you.
That's true.
Yeah, that's no fun,
I
man.
think
I've
I've
been
been
dealing
doing
with
it,
that
to
for
be
10 years now.
My
You've been
my
doing-
older sister came to my house one year, and of course, me being the jolly fat man that I am, she goes, you know, Mom has diabetes. I have diabetes. Most of the family have diabetes. Look at you. You've got to have diabetes. And she pulls out a diabetic test kit. She said, I'm going to test you. So she made me this really good breakfast of flapjacks with lots of maple syrup and tons of bacon and eggs. And I'm talking, this is a Santa-sized meal. I just love it.
on the plate, right?
So I ate it, and she went ahead and she did the little test with the prick and whatnot. She looks, and forgive my French, but she says, "Jesus Christ, you're normal." Sorry. I mean, I have enough issues. I don't need anything else. I'm glad I can eat it
Especially
and not be
diabetes.
abnormal.
Yeah, I walked in the doctor one day in 2012. He said, you haven't gotten any blood work in a year. Go get some. So I went and got it. Called me up the next day. He's like, get your ass back in here. I'm like, for what? He said, you got diabetes. I said, no, I don't. He said, yeah, you do. Now get in here. Yeah, it was high. It was 400.
Wow.
And it
Oh,
stayed
yeah.
that way for like 9 months. It was crazy, man.
My
friend-
issue was iron. I went in one day. I was feeling really sluggish and lots of aches and pains. And the doctor says, your ferritin count's 1,400.
Whoa.
I said, why is it so high? He says, you have a genetic disorder that's common in Caucasians of European ancestry. It's called hemochromatosis.
Nice.
I said, great. How do I get rid
Gee,
of it?
thanks.
Yeah. So again, keeping that in mind, diabetes was something I didn't want to have. So I said, well, how do you get rid of it? He says, well, there's the primary way is having phlebotomies. I says, okay, what is that? He says, well, basically it's bloodletting.
Take
So,
a pint of blood out of you. Yep.
Yeah, and for almost over a half a year, I had to go in every single week to have a pint of blood removed.
I had it happen too. Not with that, but with something else. So
My goodness, I'll tell you, I got to know everybody really well, and
Yeah.
now it's got to the point where I'm relatively normal, well, as normal as I can be, and,
God bless you.
and I'm feeling a lot better.
I'm Santa's helper today.
Hey,
I got Mrs. Claus that's sitting right here too. Hi.
Mrs. Claus?
Dale's right there. He's in the upper left. He's wearing his.
Hey, oh my God, you're wearing your car. Good for you, honey.
I'll wear the hat with the little ball on it. That's about it.
I got a hat that's kind of, I don't know what you want to call it.
Um,
It's nice to see Rondi. How are you doing? How's Australia?
So she's pulled some muscles. And
oh,
Yeah.
She's not
Yeah.
200%.
Our daughter doesn't have a broken ankle.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's pulled some tendons or whatever. So
Yeah,
we'll find
so-
out when we get to visit her here.
That's still a big
Strained
help.
ligaments. Strained ligaments is better than a broken leg.
That's for
Exactly.
But it's gonna
Well,
hurt.
we wish her a speedy recovery.
hurt.
Send her our love, of course.
Mhm.
I don't to do this.
Yeah, I know.
Hi, Mrs. Claus.
Hello.
She's
So are you going to take the sleigh and after you're done with this?
what I tell you.
What?
She wants me to take the play to get peppermint. Oh, 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 oh.
I think it's February the 6th they should be coming out.
Ho, 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 and a bottle of rum.
Yeah, King Charles paper bills. I've got a
What?
Oh, they're talking to people in the chat as well.
Oh, okay.
if I can get it. Into it.
Oh, EAC's got
My
a
King
storm coming.
Charles-
That's Indiana.
My King
Mrs.
Charles.
Claus, you got to make Santa a hot toddy. He's got to get better before Saturday night.
Oh, well,
What do you mean?
I don't need a hot toddy, even though that does sound good.
No, you'll be driving the sleigh. You're not getting.
Yeah, that's right. I can't drive the sleigh with the hot toddy.
No.
No.
That's
But that
pretty
hot
cool there, Dale.
good though.
Is that a hint?
What? To have a hot toddy?
Yeah. Ow!
I don't know if you would would you drink a hot toddy?
I don't even know what one is.
Oh.
It's a cup of tea with a shot in it.
Okay, we'll take that dark coffee that you have. The dark roast coffee.
Okay.
Okay. And what I'll do is I'm going to take a little pat of butter and put the butter in. Hold it. No, hold it. Hold it.
No.
And then you take a nice cinnamon stick in there.
No, you
And then you add your dark rum.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That's in
Except for the butter part. I don't know about the butter part.
Zoe says that sounds disgusting.
Yep, it does.
Believe me, it warmed you real quick.
Well, it's the alcohol that bloody warms you, Pat, and it gives you a false sense of security because it adds
Yeah.
gingerbread, which makes you cold.
Not that I'm giving any hints away, but boy, I'll tell you, when I lied in that snowdrift looking up in the sky at those paraflares going off, it was so pretty.
Yeah.
Taffy coins.
Is Taffy in the house? Get him to come up.
What?
I want to show Tracy this one. The
Kyle.
King Charles the third
Kyle.
coin.
Oh,
He just hasn't popped up on chat. What are you showing off now in the tiny screen?
The King Charles the third coin.
Oh
You
yeah,
didn't
they got the
answer.
King Charles III.
you didn't answer me.
Yeah, I'll get
Are
your.
you after you're
Yes,
done with these
I just have to
Hello,
warn.
Taffy Coins.
monkeys?
You've been invited up.
We'll be up in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, he's up in 10 minutes.
Who's up into?
Kyle.
Kyle. Oh, he must be
I
doing.
hear the King Charles paper bills are coming out in next year. Yeah, they'll be after the coronation, probably after the 6th of February.
They're
I think
actually going to go through the coronation when nobody can afford it.
Yeah, yes, tradition.
No, I don't agree with that. Just put the bloody thing on his head.
You gonna pick a bow out for me, Tracy?
Why? I don't know. Are you putting some ribbon in it? No.
I'm looking forward to the paper bill.
I would if I still gave you something.
Nothing. See when the coronation actually is.
Well, are you gonna play something for us, or are you just gonna strum a few chords?
I don't know if you'll hear it with my mic. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it clear as a.
It's been a while.
I know it's very difficult.
Yeah, right.
It's been a while since I played, guys.
Well, have we all been there yet then?
Yeah, just continue on. I'm just trying to get back into it.
Scott, you're down in the States, right? Because I would think that a coin dealer would have uncirculated paper currency. Sweet home Alabama. Yes.
I can play it pretty good. It's just been a long time.
Well,
Too long.
maybe next year, the year after, I'll be able to strum along with you because Guitars for Veterans classic. And I
2024, they're coming out.
I missed.
I need to tune in a little bit. Neil, you've done a lot video.
You want to watch a channel guy that really knows Canadian musician.
Who is it?
Amazing. He's been playing since he was 3 years old.
Who's that?
Canadian fishing musician.
Oh yeah. Can collectibles.
Can one, yeah. Quite a bit. He does a metal guitar as well.
Yeah, he's what's his name? Reverend. He actually makes guitars as well. Reverend, I can't remember his other name.
For the memory are out of tune. Will you watch that old crow croon?
So the Guns N' Roses there.
That's pretty
Sweet
cool.
Child of Mine. I can play pretty good. It's just been so long. Mm-hmm.
I
need to get back.
Video.
I need to get back into it.
I was learning to play the guitar until my friend come over and he goes, "Let's borrow your guitar and a few things," because he wants to learn. Not seen it since that was like 6 years ago.
That's the last time you saw it.
Yeah. Skipper.
What do you got there, Santa?
Oh, I'm just packing presents.
Nice. Yeah, I taught myself how to play. Somebody showed me D, C, and G, and then everything else I learned on my own. And then I was playing like docking songs, you know.
Yeah.
I was playing Bon Jovi songs, AC/DC songs, you know, and I just haven't played in so long. It's like starting over again. But tomorrow I'll pick it up and I'll be like,
it's good fun.
I love it.
I managed to get like 3/4 of the way through social distortion. What's the song called? Story of My Life.
I'm not sure.
I'll play a second of it.
Yeah, the only musical instrument I ever played was a trumpet. And ever since Guitars for Vets dropped off that classical guitar to me, I can't wait to start my lessons. Never
I
had
found
played guitar before.
I found Andy Guitar over in London, and he pretty much taught me how to play guitar. After my friend showed me the D, C, and G, he moved out like 2 months later, and I was like playing with D, C, and G, and I just started finding out Andy Guitar, and he had me playing 10 songs in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like I picked it up really easy, you know. It's just repetition.
Also, you had to get strength in the tips of your fingers, right?
That they hurt for a while. I mean, you know, I actually use this to strengthen my fingers and forearms.
Oh.
And this, I got this at the guitar shop, so it kind of like goes in and out.
Right.
And you do this with it. You just like grab it with your fingers and spin it in and out.
Oh, I'll check on those.
Keep doing that, and it gets your fingers strong, so you can bend the strings and stretch them and stuff like that. Yeah, man, it's pretty neat.
Oh.
You go. This. Good.
Can't hear it though. Oh yeah, I heard that song.
Yeah, I managed to get 3/4 of the way of that riff. Guitar, and I played it over and over and over again, and Matthew, it's instant, really. YouTube, if you find the right songs, YouTube actually do a great thing. They actually tell you when to press.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them should come up and sing. Yeah, I think Ronzi should come up and sing songs.
How easy you forget when you stop playing for a couple months.
Yeah, I haven't touched it for 6 years.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Dale, you pick it up within 2 nights. The third night, you'll be jamming again. That's how quick you remember. You know what I mean? Once you get your fingers back to moving again.
Not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had no coordination. I mean, as a welder, I had coordination okay because it's just feeding the rod into the pool. But when I played the guitar, it was like, man, I was all over the place, and I just learned it on my own. You know, just playing, messing around. Because that's what you can do with it. Really, is just mess around till you get the notes right. And man, I can empty the moon. I tell you, empty the earth. You know what I mean? But I'm playing it properly. It's all right. I was making a few mistakes and practicing those mistakes, and then put it back into blocks again, and then it was fine. And then I was like, okay, I know where that got. I know we got to press that. I know when I got to press that. I know when I got to, do the riff.
Yeah.
And I was keeping up really well. And I thought, okay, and my friend come over, he see me playing it. He goes, "Oh, let's borrow your guitar." And that went, all right, okay, I need it back in a couple of days. 6 years later.
Yeah, man. I would if I couldn't get a song, I would play it real slow, like ding, 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 and use the 1/1000 rule. I would play a note, 1/1000. Play the second note, 1/1000. Play the third note, 1/1000. Real slow. And I would sit there like for an hour and do that, and then get frustrated and put it down and pick it up the next night, and boom, boom, boom. I would just belt out the song. You know what I mean? And that's all you got to do, man, is get used to it, and then you get quicker as you're playing it.
When I was doing that one, because that's when I sort of played. That's what I wanted to learn was that song there, and getting through the actual song was okay. In the rift, and I wanted to do the rift. I was keeping up, and obviously I wasn't going to do the moves. I was just sat on the sofa on the table near the telly, and I was keeping up with it. It sounded really good to me anyway. It probably sounded like whale crap, you know what I mean? But to me, it was all right, and I was keeping up with everything. And I was just getting right down to the last bit where I just kept pressing the wrong string. I was thinking, man, this is why am I doing that? So I played that end bit over and over again. I got the first block okay, the middle bit, the end bit. I couldn't get into it, and I thought, okay, I'll try and put the first and two. Oh, that's nice. That is
Fender Stratocaster.
I was going to say it's Fender.
I used to have
Pretty cool.
a guitar.
Yeah, I played for a while, you know what I mean? And then work got busy, and you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So what kind of work are you doing?
I'm a superintendent for a construction company.
Oh, wonderful. What type of construction are you into?
Medical right now.
Really?
Yeah, I do a lot of surgery centers. I've done X-rays, MRI. Right now, I'm doing wellness centers, the cryogenic wellness centers. Here's Ibanez.
Yeah, I come from a family of operating engineers. They're bulldozers, backhoes, motor graders, front end loaders, that sort of thing. My uncle Pat was a tower crane operator.
Site work.
And I did a lot of sewer and water main and basements in my youth. And we're talking 50 years ago. I think first excavator I ever worked on was a JD 690B. My dad, of course, he was into the early cats. Heck, his first cat was actually cable operated.
My actual first job in the summer was actually in the sewers.
I want to learn how to weld, Dale. like right now, I'm getting ready to buy a TIG welder. I want to weld aluminum.
Okay.
Uh-oh, you're touching on to
I'll
this
give you-
guy's passion.
Okay. The first part. Okay, I will tell you this. You know, TIG welding. Obviously, you have a really sharp point with stainless steel and mild steel. On aluminium, you don't. You have a rounded tip.
Okay.
Okay, and then try and keep the aluminium in the pool.
Hmm.
Okay, so it drips, as where you can just touch it as you go along. So I don't know why I'm doing that. I feel, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah, I've never welded in my life, and I'm going to teach myself.
oh,
Hello, L Yang.
if I was you, I would just start off with butt welding. Just get two plates together and just do a butt weld.
Yeah.
And a nice little trick is to if you've got like the if you're welding something like this together, yeah, bevel it down so it's like so that the pool has something to sink into.
Okay.
Okay.
Run a file across it or whatever.
No, what you want to do is when you want to start the edge, okay, just do small tacks across.
Right.
Yeah, so you do one there, one there, one there, because aluminium or aluminum. All right, let's do it correctly. Say aluminum, and the metal gets very hot, so make sure you don't touch the metal anywhere with bare hands, because it's like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Okay.
So
let me ask you a question now. What I'm specifically going to do with this is I'm getting 1/8 inch aluminum plates, 0.60, right?
Yeah.
And I got to cut a small groove out of it, just the 1/16 or so, and I have to bend it. And then once I bend it, I want to take that groove and I want to fill it in with aluminum weld with the stick, so it stays solid. Because some of it will be obviously taken out to get the bend.
Using rods, or are you actually using TIG welding?
Yep.
So it's going to be TIG, because it's going to be quite thin. You're going to have to. If I was you learning, I would get a wand with a button push.
Yep. Yeah, I already looked into that too. Getting a wand for it.
Okay. So you got because the foot pedal is going to be a bit tricky to get in. Oh, great! We got some. Because when I was doing, obviously when I knew how to TIG weld and obviously stick weld and MIG weld and whatever, I went to welding school, and when I got on with these guys, they said what you learn with us, okay, just throw what you learn out the window, basically. So I'm just removing these things here.
It's cold.
No. Hi Elaine, how are you doing? But
somebody
yeah,
kill that bot.
What I would do is just practice first on butt welding, okay, because that's the first thing you would learn anyway, and that gives you your control. And when you say you got your it looked like that. It looked like
Excuse me 1 second, guys.
yeah, it looked like that. Hang on, I'm just trying to get something to show you. Let's just get something here. Because I was instructor, you see.
Well, good. When I get my TIG welder, I'm going to do a live, and you can help me.
Okay,
He'll love that.
When you got your tungsten out, okay, depending on, because I think that's going to be, because I haven't done it for a long time, because obviously I'm retired, so but I used to teach people to weld, so and test them. So when you got your I think it's the black tip, because each tungsten has a different composition. So you have your blue, red, and black. I think there's another one. I think there's a green one, and I think it's black aluminium, if I remember rightly. And when you got your gas set up, depending on what you're doing, obviously in America, I'm not sure if it's going to be different. But when you got your gas flow, it's around about 16 milliliters a second. That's another thing because they put you through this anyway.
Right.
Obviously, the standards are going to be different to America to Britain, but my standards were international, so I could work anywhere.
Cool.
I had all my codes, so I had every code you can think of in the book.
Nobody's checking my stuff, dude. I'm just making sluice boxes.
Oh,
Okay, but when you set it up, from American point of view, I would ask somebody to set it up an American version because when you do you got to think of a welder machine like an amp, basically like an amp. So depending on the depth, that's going to be your amps. Okay. And your run is your speed, is your volume. So if you look at it that way, so when you get quite quick, you won't need so much heat. So, but you need a lot. Depend on the depth you do. You would need a lot of penetration to go through. Okay, so it goes. But yeah, once you have a go doing aluminium, it's going to be really, really difficult to do it because it took some of these guys who've been wounding for like 10 years who started on aluminium almost a year just to get used to the flow because it runs really, really, really quickly. And once you get the technique in, you can do it really slowly, but make sure the aluminium stays in the pool of your when you got your TIG going. Okay, so what you want to do is heat the aluminium up from the beginning before you put your rod in. And once you got your rod in, then you tap it in. Okay, but keep it into the pool light.
Right.
Yeah, so, once you see a few YouTube videos on it, you're gonna see it. But
yeah, I watched quite a few.
Yeah, there's a guy who does it with electric, just electric. And he, man, I don't know how whoever trained him should be shot, right? You know what I mean? And it's been a long time since I've done aluminium, bronze, and other composite flux core and whatever. I mean, things have changed over the years today. I think they got these lasers now that they just press a button, just go down, and it does it all by itself. There's no skill involved, you know. Robots are great, but when things go wrong, you need a repair welder, and that's what I was. And I wanted to go offshore and do it, but before I had to leave my job, I done my offshore certificate, survival certificate. I wanted to train and go down and do underwater diving. That's what I want to do, underwater welding.
Oh wow, that's cool.
That would have been amazing. I was so disappointed that was. I started doing that in Cambridge.
Were you in the Navy, Dale?
But yeah, the TIG. If you get it, I'll see your setup, and then see how you weld and see where you went wrong. It's probably the best way of doing that, you know. So because you can have a lot of failures before you start getting it right. Once you get your flow going,
Oh, yeah.
Speed.
There's going to be a lot of practice.
Oh yeah. But remember, never touch the metal.
Just an answer. Dale was a civilian with the heart of a veteran.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, there was this one guy at work who just started, and the guy who was training, he was sort of like didn't want to pass his knowledge on. You know, I'm a firm believer of passing knowledge on. You know,
teach the next generation. You're absolutely right.
And this guy, he was he had a family of 5. He was out of work for like 2 years. He couldn't find a job, and he thought he's going to be a welder. And he went to welding school, and he got the job at our place for 3 months. But there was these certain suspension brackets, and they're only 5 kilos each. But when you're holding them up and trying to tack them in, you know, it's a lot of weight. You know, especially when you're right up there and you're trying to get them into a very long gap. And he was sat there. He was going, "Oh, I'm going to lose my job." I just happened to walk in, and he goes, "I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my job. I can't do these. The guy's showing me he's making me do them all wrong." And I goes, "I'll tell you what. I'll come in every day early, and I'll teach you how to weld these things. So they're really difficult to do." And so I showed him, and he still works there today. So. You know, I believe in past because you know it's no use to me to keep it. You know, keep. I was shown it's only you just pass the knowledge on. Why not?
Yeah, I passed on all my carpentry knowledge to everybody I worked with. You know.
I mean, these guys held my hands. It's really weird. They held my hands. These guys are like masters, you know, and they would show me how to do it properly. So what you learn, forget about it. You know, this is how we do it. And they're like robots. It looks like a robot's done it. And I'm still nowhere near as good as these guys. You know what I mean? Matty, Mark Hastings, and every people. These guys, I learned off all the old boys as well. You know, they've forgotten more that everybody else knows. These old boys, you know, they know the tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
People. There was one lad I worked with who was not interested. He had no interest. He was cutting up metal for the sake of cutting up metal. And I said to him, "Look,
Dale, drop the link for Taffy."
He goes, "Can I?" He goes, "Oh, I'm gonna." We had to build something. These they're like concrete molds that for building work, whatever this guy was doing, and they look like Lego. You know, they had 3 holes in, 3 holes outside, and it was like 6 molds you had to make up. They hold around about a ton of concrete each, so they're quite big, you know. And I said to him, he goes, they're 350 mils width and 1 point or something like 2,300 something mils down. And I goes, okay, but is that in or is that out? Because that makes a difference, you know. The two, because the mold is obviously. He goes, oh no, it's out. I goes, you sure? Because once we make these, and it's like that, okay, they're going to be short. And by the time that 2 mil is out, by the time that guy's built his stuff out, it's going to be almost 20 mils out at the other end.
Wow.
Right? You know, it is on construction. You know, if you have a mold that way, you lost your couple of millimeters this way.
Yeah.
Or if it's that way wrong, you're losing your length eventually. Right? You know? He goes, oh no, it's definitely out. And I goes, you sure? Because he wouldn't let me look at the thing. I goes, okay, so I built these things up. No, it was in. Okay, this guy took them and he goes, I'm out by 20 mils. I goes, I told you. I goes, I told you. He was so disinterested, this lad. And
then he's like,
yeah, the whole work that guy did was wrong. So, you know, lost the whole day's work.
hello, Taffy.
Hey, Taffy, but yeah, anyway, you know, I enjoy helping people out. You know, that's one of my traits.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. When I do get the water, I'll probably get it in the springtime. I'm going to
Yep.
do some lives, and yeah, man, definitely.
So anybody who watches aluminium welding, make sure you have a very dark screen over your eyes, or and in the helmet as well. I don't know if you're going to have a computerized helmet. Make sure it's on 16 for aluminium. So tap up to 16, go dark because aluminium is really, really bright. So
Is it? Okay.
If you ever had welder's eye, It's
Got
like
it when I was a kid. My dad
drive.
used to weld. Yeah.
It's, I think it's definitely 16. I think it is, and if 16 or higher
Yeah.
for the lens in the
How
welding.
ironic is it that my dad was a welder and he stopped welding when I was like 13 and I didn't get to learn, but I was working with him before he stopped.
So how is Elang doing? How is Ronzi? How is Tappy Queens? Sorry, when I get into that topic, you know, because I never treated it as a job. I treated it as a hobby. You know what I mean? I was going to work to build stuff that I enjoyed building, so it wasn't a job.
I have to plug up.
I'm going.
Like,
I saw you. I saw you showing your King Jaguar's coin.
yeah, yeah.
I was going to ask you if you went.
Excuse me, guys.
But I bought a couple of bags. Because you've got it, I'll save one back then for someone else.
Oh, you got some of you?
I bought 2 bags. I paid like 20 quid each for them.
Oh, right, okay.
I wanted to have a whole bag and then one to like send out as gifts. So Santa's got 2 on his way for him. I've sent out a couple to Sandman Coins and Collectibles.
Yeah.
Well. And I've sent one to like a guy. He's on Instagram called Coin Stash Collectibles.
They're heavier, aren't they? The coins.
I'm to be honest, I haven't taken much notice.
The 8. Was it the old the
Well, they should be 8 grams.
Yeah, they're 8 grams. I thought there was actually lighter than that.
No, all 50 pences in the UK are 8 grams.
It might be me then. I sort of brain fart or something.
Unless his years are weighing him down.
I don't know how his crown's going to fit on his head though.
Easy. It's like that's why they stick out. It's like if it slides down, he's got support, isn't it?
Charles, can you hear me okay? When's his coronation? 6th of February, isn't it?
No, it's in June or July. May.
June.
No, sorry, I think it might be May or something like that because we're having an extra bank holiday for the coronation.
Yeah.
Because the coronation's happening on a Saturday.
Yeah, he's not having it quite as elaborate as because of the cost of living.
Yeah. Which is fair enough. At least he's acknowledging it. But I'm glad that William's not having a ceremony to be Prince of Wales. There's been quite a bit of a stink about that.
What happened with the rugby and the football team? He hasn't acknowledged the Welsh sports, which I think was a pretty. I mean, at least Charles did that. That was one thing with Charles. He was a very avid supporter with Welsh. But when obviously I understand he's obviously born in England, but now he's the Prince of Wales, he should acknowledge the Welsh national teams and Welsh sports. To be fair,
the problem is, like I'm a Welsh independent supporter anyway.
Yeah.
So I accept the monarchy and stuff, but the last true Welsh monarch that we had was Owen Glyndwr. So and lots of like independence supporters like us find having a Prince of Wales an insult.
Yeah, that goes back to King Charles I, I think. That's why the castle was built, wasn't it? To And it was an unfinished castle, I think.
I think it was one of the Edwards. I think one of the early Edwards, Edward the Second or something like that. So once Wales, well, it took basically it took England over 200 years to defeat Wales.
Yeah, and you had pitchforks.
Yeah, and we were the underdogs, and it
Well,
took it took 200 years for us to be defeated. And
the Welsh is the true English anyway. The Welsh is the true English anyway, because you were pushed back from the Romans and the Vikings and whoever. It was, yeah. I don't think as North Wales has ever been actually conquered. To be honest.
We all know that Wales was defeated because their enemies had harpoons.
Yeah, so what? So when we were conquered, then they had a Prince of Wales as a way of like trying to
soften the blow, basically as a gift, so to speak.
So to speak, is like that was the thinking behind having the like when the Queen made Charles the Prince of Wales. As well, but like Welsh independent supporters like dead against it. They see him more as an insult, as an imposition, basically, rather than a gift.
It was basically like an offering, wasn't it? Like, that's why you don't see any reputation on the Union Jack with Wales, because they were already on with the
because when England defeated Wales, then what they basically classed in England as England and Wales.
Yeah, that's why Scotland's has its own parliament, basically, so to speak.
Well,
sorry guys, the wife handed me food.
Yeah, I got some gingerbread men.
We have a parliament now because we renamed it the Welsh Parliament. But and
I'll do that.
So basically, it goes back to King James I as well. Why, like the Queen is Queen seen as the Queen of Scotland. So, like after Elizabeth I, because she didn't have any children, the throne went then to Mary Queen of Scots, and Mary Queen of Scots was unpopular. So
I thought Mary Queen of Scots was beheaded by Elizabeth.
Well, no, because the court, unless she was beheaded like later on, but basically when she was pregnant with James I, as like James I become king when he was like a few months old, just because she was unpopular, and it was the only way that she could basically save her own backside. and then James I become then the first king sort of like the United Kingdom sort of thing, because he became the King of England while he was the King of Scotland as well.
James I was the son of, as you said, Mary Queen of Scots after her beheading. When Elizabeth died a few years later, there was nobody to take her reign apart from James I.
Yeah, he was the closest living relative.
Yeah, I think James II was the one who designed the Union Jack. I think England is already part of Wales, and England's always been coexisting since then anyway.
Yeah,
because people get mixed up with the Union Jack. They think that the red stripes on the angle are Welsh. It's not. It's Northern Ireland.
Yeah. So, and that, we've had the dragon on our flag since the 50s. The flag before then that we had, and we still use it today, still. So there's sort of like three main flags that Wales use.
Yeah.
It's the dragon of Wales is the predominant one. But some people still use the flag of St. David, which is a golden cross on a black background.
That's right. Yeah, that's actually one of the nice flags, actually.
And the other one then is the flag of Owen Glyndŵr. So there's sort of like three flags. When Charles came to Cardiff on his first official visit, there were lots of like Welsh independence protesters there that were using the flag of Owen Glyndŵr in rebellion because he's the last king, the last monarch of Wales.
I'm gonna have to because I love history with that, how it all became one, because obviously there was so many kings of the shires. That's and when we went right back to prehistoric times, if you want to go back, not exactly then, but it was the beakers that came in because it was one supercontinent, wasn't it, Pangaea?
Yeah, because
then
you had when you had all the old kingdoms.
Yeah.
So basically, that's why you've got
I'm pretty sure
that's why you've got like Lancashire and stuff like that.
Yeah, because England itself is just made up of lots and lots of different rebellions, so to speak, and invasions. The Welsh, what was the beakers? I think you correct me if I'm wrong. The beakers were pushed into the Welsh segment, so to speak. The Welsh area. I'm pretty sure that the true English, are the Welsh.
I'm not sure. I know where I live. There's like an old, I think it's like a 10th or 11th century fort. It's like, it's just a mound now.
Way back older than this, because a lot of the forts were maybe wooden. I mean, that's one thing I love about Wales is like the castles. I know there's history behind it, but it's just an amazing place. And if you ever, it's two places I love visiting: Scotland and Wales. And there's so much history with that. I'm gonna have to check it out properly, because I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'll check it out now. I'm pretty sure the Welsh. Oh, what's it called? With the North, because it's Gaelic, isn't it? Welsh, and what's it called? Begins with a C. Caledonians.
Caledonia, Scotland. It's
part of Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, where they was all pushed back. I'm talking about, this is old history.
Yeah. Because you've got like three Celtic languages. You've got like the Scottish.
Yeah, there we go.
The Scottish Gaelic. You've got like the Irish Gaelic, and then you've got Cymraeg.
Are the Welsh the true Britons? Yes, they are by definition. The Welsh are the true Britons, because they're the only ones that were pushed back up to the north of. I can't remember the name, because obviously each area had its own, like tribes, for example. And as the Romans pushed up, I think it was rebellions like Boudica and people like that were pushing and the Celts were pushing the Romans back, holding them up basically. Because there's 2 wars in Scotland. I can't remember the first one, but the most well-known one is Adrian's War, which is the lower one. Was the northern part of Rome, and the Welsh, so to speak, the Caledonia. I just say it.
Caledonia.
Caledonians were part of Scotland, and they were pushed down with the Welsh. As you said, you got the 3 languages.
Yeah.
And you, as I said, Gaelic.
Yeah, there's like 2. There might be even like an extra 1 or 2 because of like the way things have like panned out over the years.
Yeah.
There's like two lots of like Gaelic in Ireland. But
obviously, this is a presentation of a mixture of other properties and tribes. So the Welsh were original Britons in the West, as it would be Welsh is in the west part of England, or the UK, I should say, not England.
Wasn't Iceni?
Sorry,
Boudica was Iceni. That was her tribe.
Yeah, that was part of a. She was part of a tribe, so to speak.
Yeah, that's right.
And I mean, I think her husband made a deal with one of the Roman generals, and he went against and did all sorts of stuff to her daughters and stuff like that, and she just went on a rampage. But then she was obviously given up. She was ambushed. I think she was hung quartered. Was it called hung?
Drawn and quartered.
Yeah, hung, drawn, and quartered by the Romans. By then, it'd probably been like the. I mean, what do you call it? The not the real Britain, so to speak, because everything was pushed up. You see, everybody went north and to the west, and obviously a lot. The Caledonians, is that right? If I got it, so if I said this right, were pushed over to Northern Ireland and to the northern part of Wales and Scotland today, which is called the Celts. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Boudica was like she would have been like Midlands, I think, area. I'm not really too sure of the name because it was changing hands all the time, you know, from one decade to another.
I know the original tribe was the Trinovantes, and it was first mentioned by Julius Caesar.
The first ones were the Beakers.
No, Trinovantes is what was written by
way before the Romans.
54 BC.
Because you had the Druids.
Well, yeah, the Druids was the religion. You had the Picts.
The Picts, yeah, the Picts, Druids, and I think there was oh god, I think there's a Beaker. I can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest.
At the Iceni, where was another one of the tribes.
Yeah, you had Mercia. Oh gosh. You got me thinking now there, Skip, but to be honest, I may have got it round a different way round.
And we're talking the ancient Britons, not the one the Anglo.
As they had different shires, that's where the shires come from. That's why you have Wiltshire, Lincolnshire, Yorkshire, and
Hobbiton.
Yeah, Middle Earth. Yeah, yeah. You had the owls down there. You had whatever they're called at the other end, and but yeah, it's. I mean, I'm just thinking this top of my head. I can't. But it's nice talking history with the different areas, you know, especially with taffy coins and you know, because it's you know, when someone's from North Wales to South Wales as well, it's really interesting.
Like there's still a bit of a North Walian, South Walian divide anyway.
Yeah.
I love the Arthurian legends, especially when it relates to Wales, because Wales is a predominantly part of that legend. Because apparently Uther Pendragon actually had a fling with the wife of the Duke of Cornwall.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And that caused a bit of a ruckus, if I remember rightly.
Just a tad.
Oh,
Yeah.
booted myself. Does anybody else want to come up? If Elan wants to come up, or Ronzi, or Neil, or PA.
There's like the legend of like Merlin and King Arthur and stuff comes from Welsh. I think it's Welsh 11th or 12th century poetry. It started like sort of like with one word, and like the legend like developed over time.
And then you ended up with Caius Merlin Britannicus, and the designer of Excalibur, which was Publius Verus. And then I know the lineage of Arthur was Arthur to Ulick to Ulrich, and further back all the Pendragon clan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, as an Arthurian,
Even that was a bit rough as well, rough around the edges with the truth of that, because have you ever heard of Bramley Castle?
in Wales,
No, England.
in England. No,
Yeah,
I haven't.
Well, with the Anglo-Saxons, I'm not going to name the names because I can't remember them all. But it was if you ever watched the Vikings on Netflix.
Yes, of course I have.
Okay, the bottom of, do you know when they had the wooden fort going around?
Yeah.
With the volcano base. Well, that is not true. That's not far from the truth, because Bramley Castle was built on that. It's basically been chopped away and put a wooden fort around it. But that is the actual true castle. That's what it would have looked like. And when the Vikings would have trying to fought the Anglo-Saxons, they went off. The son and that went off to fight the Welsh. And it's a bit of a with films and real history, it's a bit of a mix. So, but Bramley Castle is actually a true castle. It was built way back with the wooden forts from. I'll show you a picture of it so you can get what I'm saying.
I mean, you guys have some of the coolest archaeological sites I've ever seen. I wish I could get up to the Lake District. I understand there's actually a really good Roman fort that's still there. In the Lake District.
If
I'm not sure if that's going to be York Castle or Newcastle.
there's like about 2 or 3 old forts in my local area.
Oh, you got Cardiff Castle. I can't remember the name of the actual real amazing place.
I'm going there.
Cardiff Castle has been around since about the 12th.
12th century.
Yeah, 12th, 13th, or 14th century.
My brother got married. My eldest brother got married in that castle. And then just down the road from it, if you want another interest, it's literally no further than about half a mile. You got it was called the Millennium Stadium. I don't know what it's called now, which is on the same road.
If you want Roman history, just come to where I am in Caerleon. There's like one of the largest Roman amphitheaters in Wales outside of Italy.
I mean, a lot of it. Don't forget, castles itself, like brick castles, stone castles, were all built after 1066. by obviously William the Conqueror, because Tower of London is obviously what it was back then to what it is today. It's only been built up over time by different kings and queens.
Yeah, because it was like just the original keep initially, and then they just built the upper walls and stuff.
Thank you, Elliot.
Thank you, Lang. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much.
And Sheena, Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas to everybody, of course. And not sure. Is it 50 pesos? Thank you so much, Lang. It's really kind of you. But yeah, let me just find this.
If I'm going to say as well, if anyone needs one of these memorial coins with Jaguars on the back, if anyone wants to add me on Instagram and drop me a message for a trade or something, just let me know, because I've got a few of these spares and then I can just do trades with people as well.
So where did you get them from then?
I bought them off Facebook, off Bungle.
Oh, right, okay.
Off Bungle Collects. Because he's on some of the groups and he had a couple. They've been selling for around about £20 a bag.
That's not bad, actually, to be honest. That's pretty good.
They're maintaining the price of the minute because nobody knows how many of them has been circulated. So they estimate there's something like about half of the mintage of the Jubilee 50 pences have actually gone into circulation, because they were planning on doing 10 million, and I think there's like 4.9 million have actually gone into circulation now. So I think they were saying that about 5 million of these are supposed to be circulated as well. But like, if it's anything like my local post office are still getting rid of the Jubilee 50 pences. They haven't had any deliveries of them ones, which has forced me to buy the coins.
That's the issue now, isn't it? It's like the banks are being awkward to people trying to get the Queen Elizabeth ones gone before they release the King Charles.
Well, they're only being released by post offices.
I have to go into town and go around the banks, I think.
It's only post offices. Don't ignore the banks. The banks won't have them.
Oh, my post office won't give you out change if they had to. Do you know what they give me? Do you know the sealed bags? Yeah. This is the last time I've done a coin hunt, right? They gave me some bags, yeah, and they goes, it's only about £80, wasn't it? Something like that, wasn't it? Can't remember. But anyway, there was all 2019 coins, yeah, and all 2019 shields. That's all they were. And I thought, there's no point in me opening them up anymore. I opened up 2 bags, okay, just make sure. And I looked at the others. I thought, there's nothing going to be in there, you know. So I went back. Right, I think it's about 80 quid, right? And I took the coins back, and he weighed them. He weighed them, right? He counted the loose ones, and then 2 days later, he accuses me of giving him £5 short.
How does that work out?
I goes, you counted them, you weighed them, you weighed the open bags. I goes, if you say that I was £5 short, then you owe me a £5. He goes, how'd you work that out? If I draw out £80 out of my bank and you gave me 75, if you're saying I gave you £5 short. Yeah. So I goes, if I give you £75 back and you weigh them at £80, I goes, I'm £5 behind. So he was like, no, it don't work like that. I goes, when you give them to us, you don't weigh them, you don't count them. Even when they're open bags, you don't weigh them, don't count them. And I goes, every time I've asked you to weigh him, he goes, I got customers, right? I have, I think it's 161 grams. I think it is altogether, right? Or 160, 161 grams.
Mm-hmm.
And but anyway, this is like 2 days. I've already been in there the day before, and he's not said anything. And I said, I'll tell you what, it's just easier not to come here, and that's why I don't have it. And I'll tell you what, they've been calling a lot of people out of the price. As you know, like the commission they get for the post.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to send Sheldon's package off, it was just under about 1.5 kilos. It was.
Yeah.
And it cost me about 25 quid, I think, 25, 26 pounds at the time to send off. But this particular time, I went to a different post office, and this girl sent hers off to Honolulu, and hers cost something like 12 quid. Yeah. Mine was basic postage, and hers was signed for. No, not signed for, tracked. And I went, freaking awesome. And it was like, I goes to this girl, goes, excuse me, how heavy is your parcel? She goes, why? I goes, well, I sent mine to my friend in Honolulu a couple of days ago, and she went, oh, mine's 1.5 something.
Yeah.
I went, okay. And I goes, that cost you £17? And she went, yeah. I goes, mine cost me 20 odd. So I asked the post lady, and she looked at it, and she looked at the other ladies, and I said, don't mind. She said no. And he goes, I don't know why this post office is just charging you almost £9 more than it should be. And mine was just basic postage.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't use them. So that's why I got to go to a further one, because it's just, and nothing's been lost either.
Yeah.
But it's a much better system they have there as well. They get them, and each one they put them straight into the right bag. They don't pile it up. They just go, that one go there, that one's got to go there, that one's got to go there.
No. That's why I buy. If I find like dealers that like sell like cheap postage, so I buy £50 worth of postage for £35.
Okay.
So, and they're all in like little pre-prepared bags and stuff. So, and because a majority of them are the commemorative ones. So the commemorative ones and the changes are exempt from the QR codes. It's only the old style, like the old style, like them ones, which have to be like. So I'm trying to use what ones like I can now.
That's the point. I wonder what King Charles looked like on a stamp.
Probably pretty stiff.
I mean, all right, King Charles III then. Because King Charles I, he probably just his body on the stamp, not his head.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
I'm listed on my new Mister. I had a grab bag swap from November. It got returned back. It got returned back to the sender for me because they put on their coins. Because coins being sent to the UK prohibited item for some reason. And to post it again.
I never put coins on. I put either ornaments, tokens, gifts, or medals or whatever.
I just put flat metal discs because they are.
They are, yeah. Unless they're chocolate ones.
I think I've only ever had one package inspected, and even though I think it was inspected, I still got the items. So
I've still got, obviously, I've got your mail call to do. I've got your posting to do. I've got Jason's, Santa's, Doug Harding's, John Jacobs. I've got a whole list over there. It must be about 15 things. 15 things that will send out. Pretty sure, probably a bit more than that.
I wouldn't do anything before Christmas now. I wouldn't bother. I've sent some of the like King Charles coins out and stuff, but
yeah, I'll probably wait until all this is all blown over till next year. So I've got my memberships to do for this month as well. For November.
Mm-hmm.
I've already got the coins. I've already got the grab bags for them anyway. But I'll do the video on that. But I'm just going to wait until all this strikes are over and everything is sorted out, because they're on about doing it in next year as well, aren't they?
I reckon strikes are going to be going on until about March, April time with Royal Mail.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. Because that's what they said, they're just going to be disruptive all the way through early next year.
You don't need to not send anything.
What's the plans for the streams for the rest of the week?
Tomorrow it's Santa's live stream. Just chit chat. Oh crap! Oh, I saw a sharp pain go through my foot then. Tomorrow, and then Thursday it's Pay It Forward. I think the last one we're going to be doing is probably after Christmas. I think that's going to be December. I think I'll just get the date up. Be easier.
Right. Are you doing a Christmas Eve stream?
That's going to be Saturday. Might do. Might do a Christmas stream.
Obviously, Santa might be a little bit busy on Christmas Eve.
Santa's disappeared for a little while. My screen is absolutely a joke. I'll switch on. I got the switch up.
I'm not sure what's happened to Santa at the minute.
I think he's probably gone out to get Tracy a peppermint drink. He could have took us for a ride, couldn't he? He could have took us for a ride.
Yeah.
We'll put our seatbelts on.
I'm trying to find flips that'll fit this. I got a few extra coins now just for like Pay It Forward, future ones and stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah. I had my first envelope today from Neil. And that's it.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't been able to send any details to the others anyway, so I don't know. But
I don't keep any details, see. So like when you send me that, when you sent me the one here, I still got it right here. It's in my safe box. So
yeah, my address is on the back anyway.
Yeah, that's what I use. I don't keep it per se, to data.
Yeah.
And I know that's your latest address, so I don't have to obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're moving anytime soon. So you won, didn't you? Did you win?
I won November's one, I think.
So you should have had. You should obviously got Ghost Nancy, Nick Monar, your friend.
Well, I was the one that put his up anyway, so
Silver T, Las Vegas, Neil was 2 coins or something, and EAC.
yeah. I had Neil's.
And then you would have had Treasure Woman, Lady Braven, Las Vegas, Neil, Kyle, Irish Collector.
If you see any of them, just give them my address. You've got my permission to anyway.
Hang in with the chef. This is what you should have had. Alex, I got Alex's prize for you anyway.
Right.
So I got to send you what I was going to give you anyway.
Okay.
So I got a package for you. Then the AC hockey card was a 1919 S Wheat Penny. Neil was 2 1965 Canadian cents. John Jacobs was 1943 Walker. Irish Collectors 1964 P Rosie. Kyle, again, obviously, Kyle was a banknote, 100 rupee. Neil was 2 again 1965 Canadian cents. Las Vegas 1964 Canadian penny. Lady Braven was a banknote or a coin. She wasn't decided. Treasure Woman was 2 war coins. EAC was 2 hockey cards. Neil was 2 coins again. Las Vegas was 1 Deutschmark 1975. Silver Jennifer was a 90% constitutional silver. Your friend Nick Monar, Ghost Nancy. That's so you'd have had, well, obviously minus what you would have put in, than the rest.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to put your email address in now, that'll probably be. Keep forgetting to open up an Instagram account. My username for Instagram is Taffy Coins.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't even know. I can't even remember what my Taffy Coins email address is because I don't.
Is your email address in your about page on your YouTube?
No, I haven't updated half of that because I'm really slow doing stuff with it.
Joe, I haven't put, because obviously I haven't been in so much pain with, I haven't even done anything to my Instagram for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, no, 4 weeks then, isn't it? It's only YouTube I kept up with just because I can bash out YouTube really quickly. I've done that. Elang. You should check out Elang's walkabouts through the shopping mall.
Right, so that's...
Why have I got advertising? I don't understand why they want advertisements on. Look, Elan dodgy driving there. Look. Oh, that's not it. Have I just touched it again? There we go.
When I was out shopping today, I popped into the antique shop by me. It was like the antique shop owner is a coin collector,
Oh yeah. What's his name?
Julian.
Does he
It's in
do
project.
YouTube channel?
No, there's no.
Oh. I was kind of hoping it was hang on, it's got to be because there's a Welsh antique dealer on YouTube, and he's in I think he's I can't remember the name of the town now.
Where based?
Oh, I can't think. I have to find out. But he's also a coin collector as well.
Down in West Wales, but I can't remember what the channel is or anything. But I picked up an old £1 note.
Oh yeah.
And I picked up a 2 shilling piece. £5 piece just because it was in nice condition. But nice luster to it.
This is what's going to Skipper. Well, when he's back from his holiday. That one there, Bank of England £1 note.
Yeah.
The old 50 pences. The shilling. There you go.
Yeah.
The old
the 10 shilling note.
Yeah. And the Scottish £1 note.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a few different ones of them ones. Oh, I picked this up today and I'm landed. Right. I haven't actually got it. So that's fine.
So we've got a couple of other things going as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just for everyone information on in here, that's a good idea, Neil. It's to make new friends, grow your channel, my friend. That's the best way of doing it. I made incredible friends over the last few months, and it's nice to actually see people from different cultures, different countries, seeing their different their collections, their information, their enjoyment, what they like to do. Because I ain't being rude, I'm not going to be rude. Not like that. There's so many auctions going on at the moment in the coin community. It's hard to talk collections and auction. You know what I mean? Do you find that as well, though, Kyle? It's just a lot of auctions going on now in the coin community. It's difficult to relate with anything.
It's the problem is since COVID, in particular. Well, actually, before COVID, like when I first joined some of the Facebook coin groups about eight or 9 years ago, there was mainly one 50 pence group and one £2 group. And then there was like lots of little ones where people were finding like, oh, like I can make a bit of money off this. And when like it's been like coin collecting's been growing a hell of a lot since over that period of time. And more people are realizing they can make money and get collecting and like have their collection for free. But by just buying and selling constantly. The only problem is with that, it's making coins unobtainable sometimes from the Royal Mint. Because everyone, like you've got so many people now with dealers' accounts with the Royal Mint. And as soon as a new coin's released, all the orders are placed and they're advertising them straight away on the day of release without even having the coins in hand.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And they say you're posted within 2 to 3 weeks once they get them and stuff. And it's it's causing a frenzy because the coins aren't obtainable. And then all of a sudden, like, you've got hyperinflated prices straight away, which is damaging.
It's really the proper collectors. You know, people wants to collect the coins rather than trade the coins.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I when I sold 14 coins, I think, if I remember rightly, and it broke my heart selling my collection. That was only 14.
You can't even say proper collectors these days because everyone's like, so what's a proper collector then? It's like, oh, well, someone that just collects for the love of it. It's like, and you'll get people saying, oh, well, I collect for the love of it, but I just happen to buy extra and sell some off then just to help boost my collection. Sorry, I just dropped my rubber band. And then they're like, and then you just causes arguments then, and then I've seen this so many times.
Yeah.
On Facebook groups, like where you just get the keyboard warriors just coming up. Then I was like, I've been collecting since before it was popular. I started collecting when it was about, I think it was about 17, something like that. So I've been collecting now for 18 years.
Yeah.
And it's been popular doing coin collecting. More or less, you saw the most amount of surge from 2011 onwards.
Yeah, I think the surge happened around about the same time. Yeah.
because of the Olympic 50 pence coins.
Yeah,
basically.
I think you're right.
Because we had the London Olympics, there was such a thing behind it that everyone was like, "Oh, right." Suddenly they took notice, and it was more interesting then to collect them. And since then, it gradually grew, and then probably about 2017, 2018, it grew even further.
I think definition of proper collector, I think, is that you're collecting trying to define collecting. I collect the ones that I like. You know, I don't collect to sell. You know, and I don't collect to make a profit on. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's my collection is basically everything from Roman or pre-Roman.
Yeah.
Or around that area. Not everything's Roman, you know. Obviously, you got Celtic, you got Turk, you got all them. Yeah. Sanskrit, all those type of coins. Then you got the medieval type coins, not from just the medieval era from Great Britain or United Kingdom. I mean, worldwide, you know. And then you have your pre-decimal coins from obviously United Kingdom. But then I've got coins from the same time from different countries that are still used before the Euros. And then obviously I got world coins from the same time, from the same dates.
Yeah.
And obviously I got my banknotes, my you know, numismatics. And I like the way I like doing it is something unique, something that's old. And you know, I thought this coin's going to be unique. You know, I don't look into the coin until I get the coin.
Yeah.
I just like looking at the coin. I say, I want that one, and I will buy it. You know. or I see that coin, I'll buy it. So I know it's something I haven't got. And you know, I've changed my collections over the years. I'm collecting since I was like 7, 8 years old. So it's growing. It went down because I gave it a lot away, and I didn't realize how much I actually gave away. I went to put my 3 decimal coin set together. So where's all my silver coins gone? And I go, what? Hey, it's like pretty sure I had a bit more than that. Andrew, Elaine, Neil, and I was like, actually that's a bot, isn't it? But yeah, it's wow. He sold a Pokemon card. It was $190. That's fantastic. And you know, I've never put anything. You know, I search on the internet. I don't use eBay to buy coins. I literally search through my Coin News magazine for the websites and see what they got for offer, and then once you make a relationship up, you get free stuff sometimes and whatever. There's a friend of mine that I've known for years. He owned a coin store, but he just says, "I'll just send me some money. I'll put something together for you." And I don't know what I'm going to get. And I've known him now for a good 12 years.
Yeah.
But he's come up to the end now. I think it's going to stop soon because he's an old guy, you know.
Yeah.
And there was a package you sent me last time, and I'm pretty, because I didn't send him any money at the time. And he sent me a package, and I said, you know, I'm pretty sure this is. And I opened it up, and I said, I don't think this is my package. And he said, oh no, it's yours. I thought, you know, I wasn't expecting anything, and it was a bunch of stuff, you know. So I don't know whether he's just getting rid of stuff now for the sake of it.
The majority of new collectors now, though, the ones that have come into the market within the last 5, 6, 7 years, they're mainly collecting the new stuff because they're obtainable. You'll see loads of people that are in the collector's market now that will all try to collect what's in their change, which is far better because you're keeping the hobby cheap then, and it's more fun than just to find it in your pocket. It's like a majority of like my stuff that I'm doing now. I'm focusing, like I'm trying to collect the new stuff once it comes into circulation. I've started collecting like whole bags. So if I can get them like for about £15 or something like that posted off the Facebook groups, it's like they don't normally like hold much of their value anyway. So like if all of a sudden they're worth like 10 or 12 quid, because they're only face value, then I lost 3 quid off it. But I've got a whole bag that's in my collection that's not going nowhere. No,
exactly. I've collected obviously every coin denomination from Queen Elizabeth. You know, that's 1p, 2p, 5p, 10p, 20p, including all the mule coins, and the 50p, the £2 coins. It's just the later ones that I haven't really got. Do you know, the pop coin mint and things like that? That doesn't interest me. You know what I mean? Because
I collect some of like the Pop Joy and Westminster stuff because some of it is nice.
No, I'm not saying it's not nice to collect on about. You're forced into something once you buy one, but it's not part of the denomination that was in circulation. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's more the circulated coins I like because they've got history.
Yeah.
You know that has been used, not because they've been used, but they were obtainable for everybody.
Yeah.
It's just the gaps. It's like, like the 2009, 2016, 18, 19. No, not it's 18. No, not 19. Yeah. 18. It's just those ones that I will then. I can get them anytime. I can put them in when I want to. But the ones I do want are the previous monarch, because I go through monarch order for everything, like Queen Victoria. I'll have the farthing, the threepence, or the threepenny bit or whatever, the sixpence, the penny, the halfpenny, you know what I mean, the crown, the half crown and stuff like that. So I will have every, that's what I'm working on mainly. But because they're going to be harder to get later on. So that's what I really am looking at still world coins. There was a coin I picked up the other day, which I had sent to me the other day, which I thought was actually going to be a lot more mintage, but it wasn't. It was only 240,000 minted, which is actually quite surprising. It should be a video coming out soon. It might have been out already. I don't know. But if you look at my information, I mean, because you use Numismaniac, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm now. What I do is that I look at Numismaniac, and there's not all the information's there that I use. So
yeah, there's loads of coins missing on there as well. So
yeah, it's like there was one person who done a coin the other day, which I videoed, and they've got the motto wrong. The motto is completely wrong. So on my video, on the description, because my video is not really, it's more informational based. Like when you do your videos, you talk about the coin, whatever. Where my videos are like visual. I used to do voiceover, but I get confused. My brain's knackered. And so people can see what you're looking at the coin, so they can compare, and then look at what the coin should look like, and the privy marks, and what the privy marks mean for that particular type. So, like Norwegian coins, they got the double hammer, and what explains what that means. So, if people want to know what it means, it's there.
Yeah.
Because people oversight these. But I don't go into variants like, I'm going to count every single dentator around the blinking edge, because I just leave that to you guys to sort out. You know what I mean? I'm only going by what I don't. I'm not. There's a lot of YouTubers who do coins, but they just get a picture and they stick it on. They just take a photograph of a picture and then talk about that coin, which is fair enough. But I like to show you what I have in my collection. And I get criticised sometimes, your coins are quite used. I goes, well, if you're 300 years old, I'm going to think you're pretty used as well, because these things have bought things, been in people's pockets, and that's the history I like. You never know what these coins have been through. And Marvin, but yeah, it's that is what I'm interested in, is you never know where these coins have been, and they've been around over 300 years ago when they were first made, and then ended up in my collection, and they're not going to go anywhere else. Hopefully, it's going to be your collection, and Skipper's and everybody else's collection. And when they do metal detecting, the Roman coins and that.
The thing is the thrill of the hunt. Once you've worked hard to get it, you don't really want to let it go. There's like metal detectors and stuff, and that's why there's so much issues. Because if you find a treasure trove, anything that's classed as a treasure trove, it has to go to the British Museum. They have to catalog it and everything. Then
if you find a board,
and then it goes up, and then it goes up for auction. The only way you're going to get it back then is if you bid on it, and then I think they want you to bid on it.
When I had my license to do mudlarking down the Thames, it's now called the Port Authority's license now. It used to be called the Queen's Council license, and they give. I think it's a first come first served basis. Now on the foreshore, you're not allowed to pick at the foreshore. It has to be literally laid on the sand. Yeah. So if you find a gold ring and it's on the sand, you can pick it up. But if it's stuck in the sand,
You-
you got to leave it. Yeah, and his camera is all
there's-
down the foreshore.
Because I was watching a TV program where they were doing it live on Channel 5 a couple of months ago. What they're doing now, you're not allowed to dig further in than 6 inches. So you're allowed to dig in.
Yeah, well, it's basically the one I had was 4.5 inches. So, and what people do, they tape the top. They measure their trowel and they tape the top.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. Okay. But if it's if you haven't got that type of license, okay, and it's stuck in the sand like that, you're not allowed to pull it out because that's classed as digging. And if you find any, you can keep anything that's classed as everyday stuff like pipes. You can keep the coins. You can keep anything like that if it's laying on top of the surface.
Yeah.
But if it's stuck, if you find a gold ring and it's stuck in the sand and it can still sit, it doesn't matter how big it is. You have to take it to the Metropolitan Police Station, and what they will do, they give you a receipt. And once they give you a receipt, they will clean it and measure it and whatever they do with it, find out where it's from. And they give you basically 4 options. They will give you 3 valuations that you agree with, and you take the highest valuation, and then they give you half. Or you can the option I would always choose is it will go to the Natural History Museum or the British Museum or the whatever museum they want to put it in, and you get credit for it. That's how it works. So if you have a name something in the museum, this is found by Dale, or Kyle or Patrick or EAC, whatever. That's going to be more than credit for you, because you can say I found that. That's in the museum. And then you get published. A friend of mine, my sister's friend, runs a metal detecting club here in Swindon, and he found he was on the front cover of the Metal Detector magazine back in 2007, 2003. This was, and what happened was,
when you're looking for that, I'm going to nip upstairs for a couple of minutes because I need to get some stuff.
Okay.
I've
got
finished.
medication now.
I finished
sorting
out them lot, and then now we're going to move on to the next lot.
I thought
the
biggest reel was finding.
I'm probably going to have to shoot off to bed soon anyway because it's 11:45. But actually, I'm probably going to shoot off and I'll finish these off tomorrow. Right. I'll see you tomorrow. Well,
all right,
I'm working until 10 tomorrow, sorry. So I'll probably be on about 10:30 or something like that.
Okay. It's nice to talk to you anyway, Taffy. You look after yourself, brother.
And you,
and I'll get out to you anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, at the minute, like even first class post is taking up to 3 weeks at the minute. So you're better off shipping them out to about the 2nd of January. Because in my job, when I get customers ringing me, I had one customer the other day. They had a letter posted out to them on the 7th, and it was dated on the 7th, and it come through on Monday. Yesterday. So just don't worry about it. Because the postal strikes are causing so much disruption at the moment. Some stuff is going through, and then other stuff isn't. So, right. Take care.
And you too, brother. Look after yourself, and Merry Christmas to you and your family. If I don't see you tomorrow, I should see you tomorrow, but anyway.
Either tomorrow or Thursday, probably, definitely. Because I only do 3 hours on a Friday. And my wife is off as well, so I can have a bit of my wife is off work, I think, from tomorrow. I think either tomorrow or Thursday. She's off for Christmas now.
That's good
Right.
then.
Anyway, take care.
You take care, buddy. Look after yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow,
And you.
maybe Thursday.
Yeah. Ta-ra.
Bye. Skipper's still up there. I have bought some nice coins, but my biggest thrill was finding a great coin in the wild. Finding coins. Actually, me and Lauren, we was walking home from the shops and we found a £10 note, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
I goes, yeah, Lauren, it's yours. So yeah, that was a good find, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I said to her, you know, it's like looking forward, but always look on the ground. That, you know, we found that £10 note, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was fun. Whether it was a fake one, we don't know, but what do you spend it on? Chocolate, probably.
Dunno. Probably give it to Mum. Think we'll give it to Mum.
But yeah, it was probably a nice coffee, yeah, probably a nice latte or something.
Yeah.
Right, hang on, give me 1 second, guys. And I'd like to give my daughter a cuddle for 9 nights. EAC, hi Marvin. Yeah, we've got great people in tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Santa's still around, so I don't know if he's gone out to actually get a coffee for everybody. I'm going to put links in for everybody anyway. That's the doggy. Found an early 1900s Indian head cent in a parking lot. I love the Indian head pennies. I think they're absolutely amazing coins. Let's put some links in. Here you go, Marvin. I've subscribed to you as well. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's put Marvin's link in. There we go. And EACs. Elangs. Let's go to Elang. Elang's an amazing friend, absolutely wonderful friend. And please check out Elang's channel. And Neil, good brother Neil. Neil's channel, Neil. Oops. There we go. Angie. Marvin, Angie. Freaking awesome. Oh, wow. You showed a bit of a fight with a cactus there, freaking awesome. Thank you, Neil. Appreciate you, brother. If there's any other channels you want to whack in as well, please feel free to do so. Sheena. Sheena's an absolute wonderful friend as well to everybody. Sheena. Ronzi was in here earlier. Ronzi. Gotta take a picture of that. Where's my chat? What else are we going to talk about? Wait for Santa to come back. Dimebag, of course, Mr. Dimebag Darren. So Santa should be back in a minute, hopefully. Ronzi. And of course, PA Patriot Prospecting. Done a fantastic stream with Ronzi's stream the other day. Sorry, Eli, I haven't been in your stream. I was in your stream the other day, but I was on my phone. I was actually out, but I was there. Where am I? Advertisements. Ronzi, here we go. Ronzi. I hear Santa. Of course. No. I hear Santa.
Ho, ho, holy cow. That was nippy.
You went out and got a drink, didn't you?
I had to get, Mrs. C needed her grande peppermint mocha. And that wind, oh.
I'm putting links in for everybody. Hanging with the Chef, of course. Another great collector.
My, oh my, oh my.
There he is. There's the man himself. He's acclimatizing.
Woo!
A bit nippy out there. Hey, Santa, I got a question for you, and I know the answer to this. How fast do you have to be when you actually deliver presents to every house in the world?
How fast do I have to be?
I know the answer to this.
Let's just say pretty fast.
1,230 miles an hour per second. So to do it in one night, 1,000.
If I was to tell you the secret, I have that beat.
EAC says you're a great hubby, Santa.
Well, You know, you have to keep the missus happy.
Yeah, otherwise he gets an online beating.
Now, let's not bring that up. That's Skipper's, not mine.
A skipper's department.
Oh, even my eyelids almost froze.
Oh wow!
It's like, wow, okay.
What did you use, the car or the sled?
You know what? I had to warm up the car because if I didn't, it wouldn't work. So that was a good run. Got a lot of Christmas cards in. I was surprised. I've got cards in from Australia, from England, from all over the United States. Even Maya Coins sent me a Christmas card.
Oh, cool.
So
I've got to send. Kyle's informed me things not going out. It's going out really slowly. So everybody's are going to do the membership this week, and obviously November and December's. I've still got November's and December's, and I will sort that out for next year. Probably January, if people don't mind me doing that. I've still got a lot of people to send out to, and that will just get there when it gets there.
mm-hmm.
Can you put that number in the chat now? Okay.
See, you're punching in things too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's got a message. Oh, my battery's going. My battery. It would be. There you go. I'll do it like this. There you go. This is going to be easy for everybody if I do it like this. Per hour. So that's going to be something like 1.222 seconds. My phone is typing what it wants to write, so you have no idea how awkward this phone is. My God, why does it keep doing that?
I see it's gotten very quiet on the channel. We got what, 5 in here today, right now?
Here you go. 16,451.5 kilometers per hour. It's about 1 point something, 1,000 meters per second. I'll let my phones see. My phone's changed the words again. See?
Yeah, it does that. So I wonder how many here uses the Santa tracker at NORAD.
Oh, you can actually on Google Earth. You can use Santa tracker.
Yeah, but there's something about the NORAD site though that is so nice.
They shouldn't be tracking you. It's illegal.
Only where you are.
Did you know that United Kingdom nuked United States twice?
Oh.
And they put up the United States put up most of their strategic fighters and interceptors, and they still couldn't catch the British.
Really?
Yeah, they did it twice. It was only an exercise, but they did it twice. It was that put this way, everybody, the civilian aviation knew about it, and they put all the airlines out of service for I think it's about 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And you know I'm not sure if it was the B-1 bomber or it was the Nighthawk to test it out. I think it was the B-1. They tested out the B-1 to see how stealthy it was, and the RAF tracked it. Didn't tell the Americans about it until later on. Darren! Santa Claus, North Pole, Canada. That's you.
That's me.
Yeah, it's a cool chat with Darren.
Mm-hmm.
With Taffy Coins, actually. It's actually interesting.
Just for a second.
Okay.
Lightning's outside.
Oh, come on over here. No. Mrs. C's in the house.
Hello, Mrs. C.
Hi, honey.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Dale?
Oh, I'm getting there. I don't know. I don't know what's happened to my foot, to be honest. At least everything else is okay. But I don't know. I think I've been bitten by something.
In wintertime? Are you sure?
Snow snake, I think.
It's been like 4 weeks now, and it still hasn't gone down.
Does it feel touch?
Burning. I got some ibuprofen. I'll just say it. Ibuprofen cream.
Oh, ibuprofen.
I got that to go on. I can't put it on. It's just. I said no. Just leave it off. I can't. It's too painful to put on. And normally it don't really bother me, but that is. I'd rather have another transplant than what I got at the moment. I'm just putting a brave face on, really. So this takes the wind off it. So yeah. Oh, crikey. It wasn't affecting. It's been 4 weeks. I've had my scans. The scans come back okay.
Good.
So nothing wrong there. But I think they scanned the wrong area myself. I think they got me mixed up with somebody else's body.
When you really think about that, it's nice to have the scans come back where there's nothing there. But if you're still in pain, that tells me that there's something still wrong.
Yeah.
So they haven't discovered what it is that's causing it.
No, not my side anyway. My side, my side is still hurting me. And I thought at first, where I was like protecting my side, where I was putting everything on my left side, I've strained it, but it's not. This is like I have to leave my shoes on because earlier, well, obviously if you walk around with no shoes on, you're prone to like banging it. At
Right.
least the shoe gives you that kind of protection. But I can't even have the any quilt on my foot. I have to leave it out all night.
Oh, goodness.
Touching it because obviously you're moving around. And oh god, last night I kicked the bedpost of it, didn't I? Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh god, I was like, oh, she's so he goes, what's the matter? Okay, so I tried playing football with the bedpost and lost. Oh man, it's
We're hoping and praying for you to get better, my friend. I mean,
well, we're just hoping and praying that Megan gets better, So it's
oh
like,
yeah.
Fine.
She's
Yeah,
turns out
She'll
it's
be
not
fine.
broken, thank goodness.
it doesn't.
either way, it's still painful. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Be a hurting girl for a while.
Oh man, especially this time of the year as well. Oh,
That's
Yeah.
okay. She's got mom and dad coming. We can help out somewhat.
good. I mean, wow. I mean, even if no matter what time of the year, but
You feel it more at this time of year.
yeah. I mean, I've got things to do. I've got things to get done. I want things to be finished. So it's like a blank canvas next year, and it's not because this is just. I can't sit up. I can't lay down. I can't. You know what I mean? It's annoying. And if I was set the table right now, because
I go through the same thing. It's so
yeah, it's first. That's probably where that's probably it lays. It's more. It's not because it's certain. It's more frustration. I want to get things done.
Please stop. Give me a break. I know. I so feel you, brother. I mean, it's just so awful. But you know what? With you got the right attitude, you're determined, and with a little bit of elf magic and patience and getting some decent doctors in there and with the help around the house, I'm sure you're going to get through this. I know it.
Oh, I will. I mean, it's only going to get better. It can't get any worse than what it is right now. I mean, it's got worse, and now it's like leveled out. But it's the worst time it was when it was pulsating through my leg. It was literally pulsating. I was like, what the heck is going on? I just woke up and like, why is everything worse at night? Why ain't it like now?
Oh, that's so true. It's because you're at rest and you try your mind, you want to let it get into REM, but when you got an ache and pain there, it doesn't let you go into REM.
No.
You just suffer.
And another thing you probably had, everybody's had this, is where your head tired, you're physically tired. You want to go to sleep, but your pain is going, no, you're not going to sleep right now. We're going to make it worse. And you're just frustrated all day because you have no sleep. You know what I mean?
Then you're sitting in the front room and you're passing out. I know that so well.
I was like watching TV. I was like, okay, it's calmed down a little bit now.
Yeah.
Zoe and Lauren went out to town to go and get some. I needed to go to town as well. I was like, I can't walk. And she goes, you don't need anything. I goes, no, I got hospital tomorrow anyway. So anyway, I'll get things done tomorrow. Come how high and whatever. I'm going to get it done tomorrow. I was like, I can't remember anything. I took my tablets, and then next thing, Zoe's tapping me on the shoulder, going, "You waking up now?" And I went, hey, "Have you been out?" It's like, "No, we've been out." It was 6:30.
Oh my goodness.
Your body.
I remember falling asleep.
That you're done.
Yeah.
I just like, I don't know. I think the tiredness. I think the tiredness outweighed the pain. I think at that particular time, but
True.
I've got a bit of a stiff neck though because I didn't lie down. Obviously, I was like, you know what I mean? It's like, but anyway, it's just crazy life, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, my friend, I think I'm going to call her quits for the night. I've got to get a few. I got get dinner going.
We're going to do a 24-hour live stream. I don't know. But
I have got so much work to do. You know that.
so have I. I got presents to wrap. I've got
Exactly.
packages to pack. Oh, man. I got messages to catch up with and people to catch up with. I'm so behind. I'm so sorry to everybody with the messages. I apologize. I have been reading everybody, but
Happy Skipper's parcel finally got to him. It only took 3 months.
yeah. So you got to open it up. You got to do it because I know, babe. I've got to do it. You're right, and I want to be like, you know, I don't want to be in a pain where it's overtaken the joy.
Right. No, that's
Um,
look. Skipper's not here till the new year anyway, so don't worry about it.
I do worry about it. I've showed Kyle still got his to do, you know. But
Yeah.
I just need to get these things done. I need to send things out ASAP and just get it done and dusted.
Yes. Oh, they were so good. I couldn't help myself.
What did you do?
I got into Mrs. C's stash of chocolate covered candy cane, whatever they are. They were really good. Couldn't put them.
Yeah, it's because I lie in bed at night watching stuff, you know.
Yeah,
watching people's stuff, but I can't. My phone just types what it wants to type, and I can't sit up. You know, Zoe's trying to get the best sleep she can. You know, she's been really good, so I can't you know, do anything. I can't take it upstairs. So, it's first I can't catch up with people. You know, I'm behind. I never used to be behind, and I must be weeks behind. But I have a plan. I might just put a thank you to all messages and pin them and put arts through regardless. But yeah.
we have patience.
We're gonna probably in the new year, well, it is going to be in the new year, early in the new year. We're going to send you a sweet parcel out, by the way, Skipper, and Tracy. To save you a bit of money.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so nice.
I might put a can of mushy peas in there.
No, we get them here. Do not. No, don't. They'll explode.
Yeah, but they're like 5 times as cheap, and they're the same. It's amazing how much you paid for them. Oh man.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm gonna say good night.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Definitely. Much love to every single one of you guys, and please be safe and well. And I will see you tomorrow on Santa's channel. And thank you, Elang, for the super chat, super sticker. That was really, really kind of you. And I will see you all tomorrow at 9 p.m. GMT or 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time there in Canada.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye, everyone.